So what's up with y'all? I low key need my phone to check if my shit is cool or not. So I'm about to test it out real quick. Most likely that shit cool, but I'm trying to fix the mic so it can be just on some like thorough shit, so I can be good. And I do have a purpose project, so let me actually. I'm gonna have to put my headphones on real quick. All right, so I'm not sure if this shit working, but let me try. So what's up with you, Chris? I'm gonna put it up a little bit more. This is max echo. No echo. What about now? I'll put it right here. Fuck it. All right, yo. All right, I think I got it better low key, so I don't got no stereo or some shit. But let me put it right here. Test that out. All right, I gotta speak up or some shit like. I don't know. I'm trying to speak calm and shit. All right, come on. What we got?
You aren't still using Google Chrome or, God forbid, Firefox.
Sure, skateboard, dude. Let's listen to this.
Some had a hold on me since I was little, bro. Staff member still stoned, I had him at will call. She know where to go for the passionate feel. Fractured the pill and then I had to peel off. Mademoiselle get bedazzled with gemstones.
I like my
I
shit.
chase my tail, it's a pattern that's well known. You know you lame as hell, stripes on me like shell toes. Told the pill, bitch, I was from Depeche Mode. Now I'm just playing off from OVO XO. 10 toes
Nobody
down
else
like
needs some
Frederick
shit like
Flintstone.
how you do.
Presto,
Give me
now for the rest of the trick. You know you should try and stop inevitable shit.
Let me see
Super
the
copper, not
tab
really
again.
only a myth.
On
I
my
slew the
screen.
giant, too defiant for the big road. Through the light of fluid, almost left for the script.
That's
The
not
truth
up
is
on
I
my
was
screen.
outside, cool and ready to dip. On the white, he courting the idea again gone. It's not just bones, two sparks too far flung to run home. You lost, you softer than crushed wood. In the cut on the wall like Rusto. Mr. Country, this block like footstool. I paid the cost, seen it all like the Goodwill. I take a lap through the stars like the good year. I took a stand, took the shot, never stood still. Never mishandled a rock and I'm plugged in. Through my little
Alright, we gotta find that video though. Don't mind my videos. I should have look watch these videos with y'all niggas though. Been missing out, okay. Y'all niggas be missing out actually. Actually, it's me. I don't be letting y'all niggas even know. I was being me running into this shit. Alright, there's a video that I want to watch. And that we were just talking about it. Actually, it's most likely on this blue page right here. I'm guessing. Alright. It's probably most likely this kid. What the fuck is this flat boy? He got a couple. We gotta watch some times. He a good wood. I'm subscribed. I don't know why I didn't subscribe to Cuz. For me, I fuck with Cuz. Trying to see. Oh yeah, that's when I got my fucking heirloom. I was happy as fuck, you know. Rare. Look at HD though. That's the highest it does. I see. Oh fuck that. High quality. It's the PS4 or whatever. Look at high quality. And a post line on PS4. Not bad. I could just add it on.
Bro, I got my fucking heirloom, bro. Hold on, let's open this pack. Nah, I got my heirloom, nigga. Don't mind the music in the back.
I was like, this shit, red. Alright. I'm trying to make some shit out of it. I knew I got this video somewhere.
Some had a hold on me since
I know I got it somewhere. Actually, it's back on my like songs, bro. I know I ain't tweaking. Let's put it on my watch legion. Right here, dog. Right here, thank you. It's taking so fucking long, dude.
Giddy up. Let's get right into it. How do you make money using artificial intelligence and tools like ChatGPT? Well, you first start off by knowing what the hell they really are. So let me simplify AI for you. Imagine a supercomputer that can hear, see, and read, make decisions, and even perform tasks based on what it learns. Can't decide what to watch on Netflix? That's artificial intelligence making your recommendation. Don't want your significant other getting into your phone? That facial recognition that's saving your relationship is AI. You haven't even attempted to spell something correctly in years because AI has been auto-correcting for you. AI has been saving your butt for decades and you just didn't know it. Why everybody's talking about it right now is because people like you and I just got access. So ChatGPT emerges and it's the fastest growing app in the history of mankind. So what is ChatGPT?
Bro, what
It
is you trying
represents
to promote,
liminality,
bro?
a place neither here nor there, where two realms touch, the physical and the spiritual. The deal frequently begins with a mortal desiring some worldly good, such as youth, love, knowledge, wealth, fame, or power, but in exchange he must sell his soul to the devil. This is exemplified in the German legend of Faust, based on the elusive figure of Johann Georg Faust, a German alchemist, astrologer, and magician. After the devil serves him with his magic powers for a number of sad years, the term of the contract ends, and the devil carries him off to hell. In early tales, Dr. Faust is irrevocably damned because he prefers human knowledge and material gain over divine or spiritual knowledge. This is known as the Faustian bargain. In Goethe's Faust, one of the greatest works of German literature, Faust is a scholar who becomes depressed because of the uselessness of human knowledge and turns to magic for discovering the ultimate truth. However, his attempts fail. Frustrated, he no longer wants to live. In his desperate moment, a dog appears, which transforms to the devil's servant, Mephistopheles. He tells Faust that he will become his servant on earth and show him the pleasures of life. At first, Faust refuses. Then Mephistopheles makes a wager. If he should ever experience a moment of ultimate bliss on earth, so that he would beg for that moment to continue, he would instantly die and serve the devil in hell. Faust, who believes he cannot lose his bed because he will never be satisfied and thus never experience the great moment, accepts the deal and a blood pact is made. Ultimately, Faust experiences a moment of bliss and dies. However, as Mephistopheles is about to claim his soul, Faust is saved by God's grace. Though he was never satisfied and dies before he could realize his vision of a kingdom of heaven on earth, Faust learns to find happiness in progress, not just accomplishment. He never gave in to lust or idleness, but was focused on justice, prosperity, love, and the improvement of the lives of his people. This constant striving ultimately saves his soul. Interestingly, this wouldn't have been possible without the devil's attempts to have Faust live a wicked and sinful life. The devil's persistence to tempt Faust and Faust's unwillingness to give in leads to his spiritual enlightenment and salvation. As the Austrian poet Rilke wrote in one of his letters after withdrawing from psychotherapy, "If my devils are to leave me, I'm afraid my angels will take flight as well." We cannot have one without the other. We have both an angel representing conscience and a devil representing temptation. Our inner devils resemble our shadow, which retains contact with the lost depths of the soul, with life and vitality, and provides hints for self-realization. As the saying goes, a man that casts no shadow is the devil himself. In the 1814 novella Peter
Man
Schlemihl,
that casts
the
no
protagonist...
shadow. That's the devil himself. I mean, if you put that in the concept of everybody got a dark shadow version of themselves, and you mean that's their inner demon in them, and then if they put this stuff, yeah, that's kind of what's they call. It's gonna go away if you look at it like that. You feel me? But I don't think our shadow really got a lot of. Actually, now if I look back at it, our shadow really do got a lot to do. Like, this is our shadow. We talking about another being, but in a different dimension. You would say in a different dimension because it lives in, like, alright, a shadow. If you think about it, bro, a shadow is kind of scary as fuck. You feel me? Cause like it's a dark entity. It's a dark I said dark entity, but it's the version of where there's no details. It's kind of blurry, but it's all black. It's just, you feel me? It's just like that right there. You don't know what the fuck is it. You feel me? Because it's shadows. So it's kind of confusing. I see why people get scared of that shit. I see that. Hey, yo, where the fuck is my Jones? I think I said a whole lot, boys. I don't know what the fuck is going, bro. I gotta get doing my play the drum.
protagonist sells his shadow to the devil for a magical bottomless purse full of gold. However, he finds out that without his shadow, he's shunned by others. Italian violinist Giuseppe Tartini had a dream in which the devil appeared to him and asked to be his servant and teacher. Tartini gave him his violin to see if he could play, and the music was so wonderful that he had never conceived it in his boldest flights of fantasy. He felt enraptured, transported, enchanted. His breath failed him, and he awoke. Immediately, he grasped his violin in order to retain, in part at least, the impression of his dream. It was all in vain. Despite having said that the music he composed is indeed the best that he ever wrote, which he named The Devil's Trill, it was so inferior to what he had heard that if he could have subsisted on other means, he would have broken his violin and abandoned music forever. The devil is an archetype, a collectively inherited pattern of behavior, and like all archetypes, fascinates us because of its numinosity. Identifying ourselves with an archetype can lead to our psychic destruction, causing ego inflation, in which our sense of identity is excessively amplified, creating delusion and megalomania, and an overall self-destructive path. Archetypes are primitive and serve a realm close to the instincts. They are not necessarily concerned with ethical human values. It is as much the ego's duty to bring a sense of moral responsibility to the archetypal images of the unconscious as it is for us to tend to the welfare of our fellow humans in the outside world. The key is not identification, but integration. Jung writes, The images of the unconscious place a great responsibility upon a man. Failure to understand them, or a shirking of ethical responsibility, deprives him of his wholeness and imposes a painful fragmentariness on his life.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got shape video masks. You can use different shapes to create completely different vibes and aesthetics. Or you can create your own graphic. I use the shape composition here. Just import any SVG file and set it as a shape mask. Nice.
Don't twist these
Next
niggas
up,
in my
we'll
job,
keep it
bro.
moving with
In Christianity, the voice of temptation appears at the very beginning of time, represented as the serpent in the Garden of Eden, which was later equated with the devil. The serpent's role was to tempt Adam and Eve, the first humans, to eat of the fruit of the tree that God prohibited, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, because it would open their eyes to reality and they would become like gods. The most dangerous lies contain half-truths. The serpent promises good things and purposely avoids speaking about the evil that will befall them. Thus, Eve plucks the fruit, eats it, and gives some to Adam. They immediately become ashamed of their nakedness and experience guilt and anxiety. The sin of pride, to become like God, appears as the first act of disobedience, leading to the original sin of mankind and the fall from paradise. In a similar myth, the Greek god Prometheus steals the fire from heaven for the benefit of mankind and is punished by the gods. Myths are not mere stories or superstition, but perennial patterns that express the human condition. Psychologically, we can view these two myths as the development of consciousness in the human being, which is always followed by feelings of transgression, guilt, and punishment. We are born integrated in a state of original wholeness, paradise, and as we grow up, become self-aware, and acquire the ego, we experience disintegration or the fall from paradise. We go from living under the comforting and nourishing circle of the mother to having to leave the nest of comfort. If we do not throw ourselves into the fire of life, we cannot become reintegrated and regain our relationship with our natural state of being.
So it's a cycle. Looking at it at that concept, yeah, you feel me? And it's very believable. If y'all niggas don't got believe anything, then y'all niggas gotta believe in something. How can you believe in like alright, so if you can't believe in anything, how can you believe in yourself? If you really want to do something, how can you believe in yourself in doing that? Well, man, and people that don't believe, I don't see them going so far in life. I don't. You feel me? It's confusing for them. To be honest with you. But one thing I want to say is Adam and Eve, when they took that, yeah, they had consciousness. They took their consciousness. It was God power. It was not meant to supposed to be ours. Somewhat, a little bit of power, but He didn't give us full power. You feel me? Like we could do it. We could do some shit. You feel me? Like God, but we would never be like God. You feel me? And that's the big thing. Try to be like God or be God. The only thing we could do is follow God. You feel me? Lead other people to God. You feel me? Help people. You feel me? Like if God told me what to do, I do it. He showed love to me. He showed love to me, and this is His universe. You feel me? He probably fucking with the cosmos and shit. Like, do you think He got time for you, my nigga? You feel me? He loves you and all that, yeah, bro. But you is His creation. But this nigga got other things to do. He a busy man. I was talking to my uncle. You see what I got to do with these right there. You know, I just talk all day. So I was talking to my uncle and we was talking about God consciousness. You feel me? Like, what do he think? Like, you feel me? So if we're looking at that concept as what do God think? You feel me? Humans, bro. You feel me? Look what He created. You feel me? The flesh of blood. You feel me? Blood flowing through us. Veins popping out. Look at these fucking hands, my nigga. Look at that. You see that? You see that, my nigga? Like, I'm not trying to sound crazy. Look at these abs, bro. You see this? He made all this. You see everything right here? Some of it man made, but he made niggas to make that. You feel me? So he basically made that. You feel me? He made us with the consciousness of making that. So basically he made everything. You feel me? There's no stopping that. You feel me? And if I'm not saying he do everything, you feel me? He made everything. You feel me? He got people to help him. You feel me? Don't we got people that help us? You feel me? He put him through us what he been through. You feel me? People hurted us. People hurted him. Don't you hurt him every day by committing sins, doing all this nut shit? You feel me? And boom, we hurt him, bro. You feel me? He a hurt man probably, bro. You feel me? God bless him. You feel me? I'm saying God bless him to the guy. You feel me? You feel me? I pay him with respect, bro. You feel me? You gotta respect that. You feel me? And if you believe in anything, you feel me? Just believe in something. You feel me? You gotta have faith in something. And if you don't, just believe that there's something out there in the afterlife. Don't think you're just gonna die and just be blank. Like nothing. When I sleep, I don't got dreams anymore, bro. So it's be all dark, bro. It'll be nothingness. Like emptiness, no thoughts, no consciousness, no nothing. You feel me? Like, and I used to have the best dreams. I used to fucking dream. You feel me? I can't dream anymore. And we gonna talk about dreams, but yeah, let's talk about that later. Let's watch this video. Oh yeah, we gonna talk right back to the God consciousness. So God, bro, what do you think he thinking? You feel me? He thinking a lot of shit, bro. He thought of fucking birds. He thought, look at these animals. Look at these fucking. You see how to work? I mean, let me go all the way back to bees, actually, bro. Bees. You feel me? Look how hard work they do. You feel me? Look what they do. They go right next door. They all got a purpose. Everything got a purpose. You feel me? It's beautiful how everything works all together in this earth. How it's a perfect environment for humans. Am I right? He had to create something just for us. You feel me? And that this particles. If you really look at the science behind it, you feel me? And it's like, that's crazy. What the fuck? You feel me? And like, that's probably not even science to God, bro. That's a thought. He just thought about this shit. You feel me? And like, his brain was probably working so fucking fast. You feel me? It's crazy. He probably even think like, and then he'll probably see right through you. You feel me? With the consciousness he got, you know, like, all right. Go back. Go back. Adam and Eve, they learned about consciousness. They was afraid and shit. They was nervous and be like, oh, fuck, why I'm naked. With great power comes great responsibility. I think God knows that. I think there's law of the universe that he probably abide by. You feel me? He probably don't eat bricks because he knew what it would do. But we'll never know.
Since wholeness only has meaning when we reunite our fragmented self, this event is also described as felix culpa, fortunate fall or happy fault. Without a fall, we cannot experience redemption. Disintegration represents the necessary condition for all self-realization. Before delving deeper into the psychology of the devil, we must first explore the differing meanings behind the names Lucifer and Satan. Lucifer, the light bringer.
I wanted to pause this. I don't think they're the same person for existence, but I feel like, cause like Lucifer, he was up there with what's that called? With God. You feel me? And there's got to be somebody control the bad. Am I right? Before that,
is the Latin name for the morning appearances of planet Venus, the morning star, visible before sunrise. The planet also appears as the evening star, visible after sunset, depending on the phase of its orbit around the sun. In Roman folklore, the morning star was personified as a male figure bearing a torch. Stars were then regarded as living celestial beings. In myth, the morning star is interpreted as a heavenly being striving for the highest seat of heaven, only to be cast down to the underworld. The morning star, one of the brightest objects in the sky, is filled with pride. After its brief declaration of victory, it is humbled and vanishes from sight when the all-powerful sun rises and floods everything in its light. The first reference to the morning star as an individual occurs in the book of Isaiah. How have you fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn? You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. But you are brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit. Though this passage actually refers to the condemnation of an evil king of Babylon, it has been interpreted as an allegory of Satan's fall from heaven. Considering pride as the major sin, to love oneself more than others and God, Lucifer became synonymous with the devil. Pride was not only what caused the fall of man from paradise, but also what caused the devil and his angels to rebel against God and be thrown out of heaven. This is described in the apocalyptic Book of Revelation, where a past war occurs in heaven between angels led by the Archangel Michael against the rebel angels led by the dragon or the devil. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. It wasn't just a few angels who were on the side of the devil, but a third of them who refused to unite their free will with the will of God. So they descended into hell as fallen angels. The sorrows of the Prince of Darkness are as immeasurable as eternity itself, shut out of heaven to hear all through the unending eons the far voices of angels whom once he knew and loved, and to be a wanderer among deserts of darkness. Confusion arises when Jesus is also described as the morning star in the book of Revelation. However, he is described as the bright morning star. In other words, the devil's light is a poor imitation of the real light of the world, and while both were called morning star, only one of them represents authentic light. It is no coincidence that the devil disguises himself as an angel of light, for he is a deceiver. The devil is also given the name Satan, which means adversary or accuser. He is the one who sets a stone in your path where you least want it, and blames you for your failure. In the book of Job, God's most faithful servant, Job, is a righteous man who...
I had this thought, this is a very negative thought, but this is like before I really did my research about God and I did everything, my theory was, like, it was just a little baby theory, it wasn't really expectable. It's like all theories, everything is theories, because we'll never know until we die and then we really find out, you feel me? And then we probably figure some shit out. We probably fucking Christianity backwards, a negative version, you feel me? Even though they talk about all good and all that, but a negative version, I think about it as backwards, you feel me? Anything is possible, but my faith is with God and Jesus. I believe it all. You feel me? Find out the truth, I gotta die. You feel me? But if he got a son, then absolutely, I mean, you feel me? Respect him also. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a theory, bro. Like, you feel me? Like having faith and believing. Like me even talking about this is probably even me like not even believing. You feel me? But I question things. I always question. You feel me? And when I die, I'm gonna question God about so many things. Why he wanted this way? Why he did this? Why he did that? Why you make this? You feel me? How did he make this? What thoughts and patterns of these things you created in this world? You feel me? Some good, some bad, but it's all in me. Y'all created it for a reason. You feel me? Everything got a reason. I want to find out why. You feel me? And to get them answers, you could probably do that shit right now. You could probably even research it, but I want to see God. I want to look at face to face. You feel me? And question everything. You feel me? so many questions for him. But that's why I put my faith in him. You feel me? I know it's one creator. You feel me? Over everything. You feel me? And I wanna question. I wanna question everything. You feel me? And see if there's even more life. You think it's more life out there? Possibilities? We never know. You feel me? There's more life out. I mean, we didn't figure out all the animals in the world, so how can we possibly figure out and even see those beings? They in a higher plane of dimension. You feel me? We've never seen them, but this flesh the eyes could see you. You know, they deceive you. You feel me? We don't know what the fuck to see. Let me stop fucking with this, but we don't know. You feel me? I don't know. You don't know. So we're all just dumbfounded. You feel me? And if you say you know anything, you don't know shit. You feel me? You're not dead. You're still alive. All the information you got is false false information. You feel me? If everything is not true in the afterlife, you gotta figure that shit out. And if the afterlife is just nothingness, like there's nothingness, then that's the afterlife. There's nothingness. You know what I mean? There's no thought. There's just blank. Nothing. You feel me? So you could probably even with that thought, you mean, you get what I mean? So it's like that was kind of fascinating to me, and it kind of brought me to a perspective that brought me closer to God, low key, death. You feel me? Because I know I gotta die someday. You feel me? So I know I gotta die someday. And I don't want to be in like a fucking box. I don't want to be like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be boxed in. I want to be like, shit, I want to be like right there under the plant or under a tree or some shit. Let me become that tree. You feel me? Let me be big. I want to become, nobody cut me up. You see this tree right here? Like, put me under that tree or some shit. Hey, do something. You feel me? Don't put me in a box though. Don't leave me boxed in. That's what they get. Because if y'all do that, then, I mean, I'm gonna suffocate in a box. I probably won't even see nothing. I probably won't even become the earth. You feel me? I probably won't even be one with the earth, and I probably won't even ascend from the heavens or anything. I probably won't. We don't know. We don't know. That's the reality of it. And me trying to do my research is like it brought me to a rabbit hole. Like you're gonna put yourself in a rabbit hole if you really want to find out the truth in this world, because you will never comprehend anything in this world. You feel me? Unless you mean like you probably even God yourself, but you won't. You're not God. You feel me? That's the reality. You didn't create this. You wasn't here before everything. You wasn't here before even the world wasn't here. You was here. You here now, my nigga though. You here now. And all the information in the past, get that information. You feel me? Don't repeat the information. Cause some people failed. If the people fail, you know what to do now. You feel me? Say if somebody for example, I'm just put Joe, cause Joe right here in my face. So Joe, I mean, he's a righteous man. You feel me? But he kind of lost faith. You feel me? And sometimes I could relate to that. You feel me? But I know he right there. You feel me? And he probably won't give you signs sometimes, but he will give you signs. You just gotta peep in. You feel me? Wake the fuck up. Realize what the fuck is going on right now. You feel me? You feel me? Like it's all about what you think. What's on your mind? What you like. Things I comprehend, bro. I got so much fucking shit on my mind that like I talk so fast and I probably just get to the point and go to a different whole subject. You get what I mean? So we're gonna go right back.
And has been blessed with health, family, and wealth. In heaven, God asks Satan about his opinion of Job's piety. Satan says that his servant is only faithful to him because he has been blessed with prosperity, but if he would have everything valuable taken away from him, he would surely suffer.
I could relate to that. A big part of Joe, like I could relate to that. When I first heard, I think that was like my first thing like I heard of Joe. You feel me? And I think it was the video and I think it was a song Kendrick Lamar made. You feel me? And I was listening to it, and he was talking about Joe and shit. You feel me? And I could relate to Joe, bro. You feel me? I had a job, bro. And I think I made a video about that shit, bro. So y'all can watch my video. I think it's called Peace and Love. Y'all can watch that video. And yeah, I can relate to that. He took basically everything away from me. I had none, man. And I chose to study so many other shit. You feel me? Like psychology, like you feel me, manipulating tactics, body language, and understanding. Like, I mean, trying to get all the information I can, but those information is the fucking basically the apple that Eve took. That information I'm trying to gain, manifestation. You feel me? You mean like alchemy? We're doing alchemy right now, and that's the sun. You feel me? They don't see it, but I think that's the sun. That's science. You feel me? You're trying to create. Say, for example, I'm trying to make a whole another species, right? I'm trying to make a whole nother species, a whole different breed. Who in the right got got that? You feel me? Like, what the fuck? That shit. I mean, if that shit happens, then that shit happens. That another species. You feel me? But like breeding though, you sick fuck. You feel me? You sick fucker. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. You feel me? And that's basically alchemy almost. I remember that there's a show, Full Metal Alchemist, where there's a scientist that turned his own fucking daughter into a fucking dog. So it was like a little girl but a dog. And I don't let me see. Right here. Look at this shit. This the dog right here. And this look. That's just sad. I don't know if you're looking at what I'm looking at, but that's what I'm looking at. That's all for alchemy. I'm trying to be God. Y'all fucking the world up like that. I'll be right back. Nobody noticed. Nobody didn't even notice. It's my Mr. Therapeutic say I'm growing. Yeah. There. Oh, why the fuck that joint not popping up right there? That's all right.
And curse God. Thus, Satan is given permission by God to test Job's faith. Satan is the destructive doubt within God's personality, yet it has a mysterious existential necessity for God and man, and their relation to each other. Messengers come to tell Job that his animals, servants, and children have been killed. Devastated, Job falls down to the ground and cries, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Job remains strong in his faith. This time, Satan afflicts Job's whole body with boils. As he lies down in excruciating pain, his wife tells him to curse God and die. But Job remains strong in his faith. 3 of his friends come to him, weep, and sit down with him for 7 days, and none spoke a word, for Job's grief was very great. After this, Job opens his mouth and curses the day he was born, and longs for the death that does not come. His friends cannot comprehend how a just God would punish an innocent and pious man. They think that his suffering must be well deserved, and accuse him of committing sin. Knowing his conscience was clear, Job grew weary of their accusations and calls them miserable comforters. Job moves from his past attitude to berating God for his disproportionate and unjustified wrath. The wicked have power over the meek, and God does nothing to punish them. God answers Job's cry and appears in a whirlwind. He describes the complexity of the world he has created. Carrying out justice in a world full of evil is complicated and not black or white like Job and the friends seem to think. Just as there is order in the world, there is also chaos, as seen in the two creatures of Behemoth and Leviathan, which God points to. We live in a world that is not designed to prevent suffering. Job trusts God's wisdom despite his suffering. Finally, God honors Job's struggle and honesty, and his family and fortune is restored. He becomes the archetypal, faithful servant of God. The book of Job, in comparison with the Bible, faithful servant of God. The book of Job, in comparison with the story of paradise, represents a significant advance in God's self-consciousness. Adam and Eve are expelled from God's presence, as if their knowledge of good and evil were an offense against the Creator. In Job, one begins to realize that this knowledge is fruitful when free will is combined with the infinite wisdom of God's divine will. It is also interesting that in Job, Satan acts in agreement with God, not behind his back like the serpent in paradise. Out of this astonishing self-reflection induced in God by Job's stubborn righteousness, God develops empathy and love, and out of it, a new relationship between God and humankind is born. God is pushed into a process of transformation that leads to his incarnation as Jesus Christ. The crucifixion and death of Christ is the ultimate tragic story, where the worst of all punishments is inflicted upon the one who least deserved it. The answer to Job is given in the supreme moment of Christ's despairing cry from the cross. My God, why hast thou forsaken me?" God experiences what it means to be a mortal man, and what he made his faithful servant Job suffer. When Jesus died on the cross, the devil celebrated his victory. But in reality, it was the moment of his defeat, for he did not foresee the resurrection of Christ 3 days later. The period between the crucifixion and the resurrection of Christ is known as the harrowing of hell, where Christ descended into the underworld and brought salvation to the souls held captive there. Dante's Divine Comedy, which portrays a midlife crisis in which we must descend to hell, is timed to parallel Jesus' harrowing expedition. Jung writes, "Therefore, after his death, Christ had to journey to hell, otherwise the ascent to heaven would have become impossible for him. Christ first had to become his Antichrist, his underworldly brother. Everyone's journey on the path to self-knowledge is underworldly."
We gotta talk about that. You feel me? The Antichrist. You feel me? Curse and the Antichrist. I'm gonna do a video about that shit. And when you do that video, bro, like, it's gonna be crazy. Because my theories on the Antichrist and shit is kind of otherworldly. I just said that, underworldly, bro. I mean, underworldly. And that's crazy. I really use that. Underworldly. What's the definition of underworldly? Because I don't even know the definition. I just said that shit. And then he said that shit too.
Unworldly.
Yeah, such of a person not having much aware of the I'm fucking over the reality, I think. I don't fucking know. Realities of life and the purpose of not wanting okay. As it belongs in this planet, basically, underworldly. That basically.
Brother, everyone's journey on the path to self-knowledge.
So you think the Antichrist in hell, or is he in this world? Is he in this world? That like that? Do y'all think of that? You feel me? Because if Christ was born into this world, don't you think the Antichrist is gonna be born into this world?
And
Hopefully he
spiritual
don't.
awakening
We gonna have to
starts by
beat his
descending
ass. Some
into
shit.
hell,
You feel me?
the formula
Yeah,
of
me,
a
we're
journey
red.
to the
Feel
dark
me?
domain of
God,
death
give me
in
a
search
sword
of
so I
wisdom
can
is universal.
feel me?
Just as an
Niggas
open
a
wound
fucking
that is
spear.
left
I like spear.
unattended slowly infects
I
the
gotta
whole
work on my
body,
spear
so
moves.
too is
Let's take a little break. Yeah.
I have a partial.
Cause I was fighting with the broom, bro, like, and I felt like a warrior, bro. I took the broom out and like, and I was just practicing, bro. That's a good practice, bro. Practice with a fucking spear. I'll probably get one. I'll probably make like a custom ass spear, bro. Cause my spear I was thinking about when I fucking made, when I did that, it was like some crazy shit. Spear. Spear fighting. I want to see this shit. I want to see how people fight this shit. They probably fight like some bitches though, cause like they fight like some bitches, bro. I was straight. I'll probably be like a warrior. And we watch them niggas, and I'ma do my shit. Yeah, they playing like a bitch. That aim is not even good. He's grabbing that, hit him. That's not working. Good spirit attack is right there. I get a plastic shirt or some shit. Now just start staying with me. Cause you're not doing anything. They all stiff with it. They're not even love with it. These niggas that wow fucking murdered him. Oh, right. These niggas don't want to be a warrior. Yeah, these niggas ass, bro. We gonna watch this
All
right
right, so
here.
last week I talked about axes and
He looked like a warrior, low key. But nah, fuck all that. Watch this. If y'all niggas wanna be a true warrior, grab a fucking gun. My cat's scared of this shit, but fuck it. Watch this. Fuck, these niggas be on some weird shit. Like, where's the joint at? My cat's surprised. And he a warrior. My cat a warrior. That's how you really do it, bro. Like, them niggas was shitty. Compared to my shit, I gotta look at my shit.
link below if you haven't seen it yet. But obviously, by the way, I'll be exclusively if used as a melee weapon, but if that's all you have and you have a shield as well, of course you can use it in melee as well. And of course you have specialized throwing designs like the Roman pilum or the Germanic angon, but
Oh, them John's ass. I gotta make my John custom made. If I was living at that time, niggas wouldn't hold me, bro. Cause all I make is all that technology. But they didn't have that technology though. So you wouldn't be probably, I probably wouldn't even freaking think of that. Like, you feel me? I probably would have even thought of that. But my technology is low-key basic. All I was thinking about. So, look, this is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get a regular spear. Put a spear right here. Put a little knife under this. Switch it. Boom, it comes up. That's a knife right there. The spear, it got under spears. 2 spears, 2 spears, 2 spears, 2 spears in each row. I pull that back. It shoots, my nigga. It shoots fucking. And I like it got that technology because they had fucking bows. So if I put a bow under it, inside of it, so it's probably gonna be a longer bow, low-key, probably thicker, so I can have that main bow in there. But pull it back, it's probably gonna have a shrink inside of it. Pull the shrink back, boom, boom. Like that's what I would have thought of. You feel me?
It can be.
I mean, these Jones is good, but like these not like. Alright, that's kind of cool right there. But like my jaw way better, bro. What I thought of was way cooler. But I mean, it's cool though. Let me see my jaw. Yeah, bro. I did it way cooler than them niggas, bro. Like, low key, I'm gonna have to see that clip, bro. Like, niggas wouldn't hold me.
Everybody is aware.
Like, let me see how this stance was. Dun. He's about to throw the hell. This nigga got two. He don't even got a shield. This nigga gotta throw the hell. This thing, you see, they got bulls, bro. I said they got bulls. I said they got bulls. I'm thinking about something else. So, you feel me? Look, they got bulls. Put that in there. I like this move. I like that right there. That is fucking fire. That's kind of heavy, though. That's too much. They got golden shit. There's no
Of
points.
the Greek phalanx, for example. And of course,
So I don't know
when it
if
comes to
it's,
heroic weapons, the spear in the hands of a Spartan, of course, is considered very heroic. And it's generally understood how ubiquitous the spear was in history. Not only is it
excuse me. But some niggas was ass. I want to see his techniques. Because his techniques probably way better than mine. So he look way cooler. I say he look way cooler. I'm guessing.
Hey, what's happening? Paul Ingram here, Kali Center. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some spear fighting. First technique is we're going to take a look at the thrust. The spear, primary tactic is the
Straight down
thrust,
the pipe.
not the slash. Just like on the knife,
I'm gonna get my jaw as a
closest
slash.
relative
So
weapon to
what
the
you
spear
talking about?
is the knife.
If
And
you
the
going straight
primary
down the
tactic
pipe,
of the
then you're gonna
knife
have
is the thrust.
good. You're gonna have to
Secondary
have
tactic
good aim. A lot of
is
people
the
don't have good
slash.
aim. But
So
my
same thing when
slash
it comes
is
to the
gonna
spear.
be super
We want to
sharp.
use the length of this
That-
weapon to protect
so
us
it's gonna be like that,
while we
sharp as
can
fuck.
attack
Dun,
and
dun.
successfully
And I
take our
can do
opponent
that.
out
You feel me?
with
And when
the
I pull
length
back,
of this
it's gonna be
weapon.
like this.
Okay, if we come into these big
So it's gonna
slashes
be like
first,
this.
that opens us up to be
Something
countered
like that.
with their very
Like that.
fast, precise,
And then like that.
accurate
That'd be
thrust.
fire.
First thrust, we're going to take a look at the short thrust first.
I'm gonna
When
make
we're in
my
this
vibe.
position, right hand forward, right foot forward, we want to make sure that our left hand is near the hip, right hand protect
Kinda
my
has
legs
to.
if I really needed to, even though most of that is protected by footwork.
Yeah, and I was talking about I didn't do no footwork when I was doing it because I don't really got space for that. But like, what happened though? So that's the stuff. Like, I'm thinking about shit like this, bro. I'm back. Drunken style. Katana is smooth as fuck. He was doing some crazy shit with Katana. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. We gotta go back to
sin like an
John
open
John.
wound
But
in the
that was
spirit,
like a little John
through
John
which the
thing, bro.
demonic can get
That
in
shit was cool
and
as fuck.
influence your mind. When someone tells God to get out of his or her life, it allows for the perfect opportunity to invite the devil, who will try to control the person and present himself as one.
It is, bro. That's
God's
crazy.
ally.
Why can't
Satanism
Philippines learn
is
like this,
evil
bro?
disguised as good. The demonic is hidden in secret.
What you name them,
God
nigga?
tells us to be careful
I'm
of going
naming
down the path of destruction and
just
stands in
you got
front
like,
of us, blocking the way.
like I'm just pick five names out, and that's gonna be both young kids. So I ain't seen it. I only seen one. So that one is gonna be called. I don't know. I'm not thinking that right now.
I saw war. I saw bombing. I saw shooting.
Either they lying or they wish they call for real. Cause you can see in
For
their eyes,
millions of
this is all
children,
black.
war means
You feel me?
displacement, danger, hunger, and
That shit
fear.
bad,
Your
bro.
donation can
Look at
help
their eyes,
families
bro.
affected
You
by
can
war
tell.
with
But
food,
yeah.
essentials, and medical
Nah,
care.
they ain't
In
lying,
war,
bro.
it's
God
children
bless
who
them.
suffer the most. Help them today.
Yeah, look at his eyes. But like you telling me to help them, but you're trying to. I mean, y'all niggas probably at war. Y'all probably bombing. Who bombing them? Who doing that?
It seems that he is not on our side. Because we are not free, we cannot do what we want.
But we're gonna stop it right here. Call it a night. I don't know how long I've been off. Call it a night. Peace out, y'all. God bless y'all. Enjoy y'all day. And yo, be a warrior. Fuck all that. Cause when the time comes, we're gonna have to fight. And bro, you know I'll make that fucking spear. No, I'm not right now, but you know I'll make that fucking spear and I'll make all this fucking shit. I'll probably even be Batman, bro. So if y'all see Batman, Di saya